Do you have any faith in Barr at all? There is no justice. There is just us. Okay. So this couple comes up. Guy works for the Department of Justice. Okay. Interesting. And what do you do for the Department of Justice? He works as a police liaison in the country of Montenegro to try to bring them up to speed on 21st century police department procedures and to weed out corruption. What the fuck are we doing? Spending our tax dollars trying to weed out corruption in Monte fucking Negro, which I could not pick out on a map if you offered me it, but my life depended on it. God, you know, when I get people like this, and it, you know, every now and then it comes along, and I go, ooh, gee, maybe this will work. And I try to temper it because I don't want to chase them away. So I try to, you know, try to like get their trust or gain them into a conversation where I could possibly bleed some information out and get, you know, get them to be candid. And it just, I don't catch how evasive this, because there was no direct answers to my question. What questions I was trying to put into him. He did start giving me what I thought would be an honest answer on Barr, but then he went off into sessions and he'd go off onto tangents about, you know, news channels and I don't know whether this is on purpose or this is just pure ignorance on their part, but I don't think so. And I think his wife saw me, saw the cameras rolling and kind of pulled him away, got him away here. But I try to treat the police with some respect out there, again, to gain their trust, to try to pump up for information. But I'm telling you, I'm going to get a lot tougher when these opportunities arise again. And be a little more direct. I mean, if I scare them away, I scare them away. But because it doesn't seem to do any good trying to treat them with kid gloves. But at any rate, I just have my doubts that we're ever going to see any justice. I mean, I bring up that, you know, Bill Barr's father brought Jeffrey Epstein into the Dalton school and set him up in the CIA and the pedophile rings. And this guy, and then, you know, he didn't seem to know who Steve Bitchute was. And Bitchute is like, you know, pretty much a household name when we get into the deep state. And it's like the other day, I spoke to a guy who worked for the NSA when I mentioned William Binney. He didn't know who William Binney was. And he says, yeah, well, you know, 20,000 people work for, yeah, but William Binney was the number 2 guy. You think you'd know. So are they just so compartmentalized that they just don't, I don't know. It blows my mind that, there are people on the street I talk to that are just everyday guys, that seem to know more than a lot of insiders that I run into. Anyway, it's frustrating. I don't know if we're going to see any justice. This guy kind of gives the same answer that I hear a lot. Well, after the election, I really think we might start seeing some indictments. Yeah, well, fuck you, man. Been waiting 3 years for this shit. My left testicle could have indicted some of these people by now. They admitted to the crimes on camera. Then they're walking around asking for the jobs back. Give me a fucking break. No. Yeah. Ugh. At any rate, there it is. There it is. On the streets. Me and my frustration. Passing it on to you. Aren't you the lucky ones? All right. If you like it, you like it. If you can, you share. Feel like you contribute. If you don't feel like you contribute. Okay? Okay. Good deal. Go ahead, a button or two. And I'll see you on the other side.
I work for DOJ, but I work at an embassy, and so all the embassy people are really weird. So they're anti. So I told her, I said, I'm going to wear my Trump patch at the embassy one day, so everybody, a bunch of Democrats that work at the State Department, all the embassies.
Well, that's what I hear. I heard that yesterday from someone who works at the State Department.
They're all a bunch of weird.
Was it Steve Bitchute I was listening to the other day? Says the State Department they can get rid of about 7/8 of the people there. I mean, it's way.
Like every day I'm doing useless. I'm a cop. I've been a cop we both police. I retired. I've been doing police work overseas since I retired. I work for DOJ now, but it's the embassy's always calling asking for a little bullshit. I was like, I just gave you that. Yeah, but we need it reworded for cables. I was like, do you guys write nothing but cables about meaningless, useless stuff?
Yeah.
You have a real job.
Well, that's primarily, you just hit, no, they don't. Now, I mean, they just justify. I mean, working for the DOJ, God, if there's any one thing that I'm hearing out here that people are frustrated about is when are we going to start seeing some accountability?
Well, we were watching this morning before we left hotel. I was watching Fox and they were talking, and you flip through CNBC and CNN and, it's like 3 different news channels reporting.
Well, nobody's listening to them anymore anyway. They know we're being lied to there.
But it's just like they were talking about, this strike in Iraq, that was horrible. I was like, this guy just fucking murdered people. He just killed a bunch of... He attacked the embassy. We put him out of his misery and our misery. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. It's bad. It's bad.
Well, that's I said. No one's listening. Who gives a crap what they're saying? They're talking to themselves.
Trump don't give a shit because he's not afraid to wipe Iran off the map. I mean, he's not. That's just...
What do you do for the DOJ Pacific?
I'm the police liaison. I'm the police advisor to the country of Montenegro. I advise their police and train their police and try to get them up to speed and help them with policies and procedures to get them out of the 19th century and try to get corruption gone and get them up to standards so they can.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
What do you do, young lady? What do you do for the? You also work for the.
She works for.
I work for the Milwaukee Police.
In what capacity?
A captain.
Oh, well, we took the hat to you. Indeed. Is that a tough time to be a cop, isn't it? I mean, really.
She's got 30 years in. She's retiring in March, and I retired after 25. So it's overseas is not so bad.
Now, do you have any? Here's what all right, I'm going to lay this on you. You let me know, right? Do you have any faith in Barr at all?
Anything what?
Barr. He's kind of been a switch hitter. He started out strong, and then he's like, well, I don't know. I think he wants to do the right thing. I think he's just hamstrung politically right now, and he's worried He's waiting to see what happens. I think after this impeachment shit's over, I think Barr's probably going to come. I think you're going to see some indictments come down.
Well, now here's where I got some doubts. And right, Barr's father, Donald Barr, introduced Jeffrey Epstein to the Dalton School. So in other words, he set him up with the pedophile network with the CIA.
See, I retired from the state of Alabama. I worked for the Attorney General's office, and I know Jeff Sessions very well. Jeff Sessions is an honorable, honest man. He's a family man. He's one of these kind of people that, he was one of those people, if you were fucking around on your spouse, he would fire you because he didn't.
He seems old school.
He's old school. He just wasn't cut out for the cutthroat politics.
That's what
And he's like, I don't need to get in the middle of this hatchet battle. And they're like, okay, you're gone. So,
I don't want to keep you from your customers.
We're coming back. We're
all right.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, there's the one thing here is we need to see some indictments, damn it. Do something, will you? All right. Lock her up, will you?
Yep.
Do you feel my frustration? It's the guy, when they walked away, they came walking back by again. I was hoping to pull him in, but all I can say is lock her up. I don't know. All right, guys, pray for me, will you? I definitely need your prayers. And I'll see you on the streets.